it is. Running it down on these niggas.
Sex, drugs, money, and murder, my nigga. You know how we get it, my nigga. Still be painting them pictures, my nigga. Ripping that raw and fucking your bitches. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. 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 Niggas, they never will hurt you. Niggas, they never will hurt you. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. Sex, drugs, money, and murder.
How the traps right, understand how to get that. Ran down on them niggas with a flip back. Knew I never seen another nigga live like that. I was still getting stacks back. Had to fuck around getting them packs back. Niggas.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Bullets Gotti. You already know what it is. Back with another one. So this video right here, we're going to speak about the whole case, man, dealing with Diddy. So y'all already seen what came out. The 3 charges got dropped. The arson, the kidnapping, and some of the sex traffic got dropped, right? This case was the most pointless case ever to me, right? You have a case where basically they indicted this man off of he said, she said. Witnesses was highly uncredible. They just was discreditable. Like, I've never seen people that just committed perjury like it was going out of style on the stand. And then it was like the prosecutor is so much want to win the case that they just had people lying. And this is why people saying like the fear mongering of the feds got a 99% conviction rate. No, they have a 99% conviction rate because of the liars that they put on the stand. They don't be credible witnesses. They be credible liars. Now, there's certain cases where the witnesses are credible. And then there's cases like Diddy's case and many others that the witnesses are not even credible, that they lied. I've seen cases where they put a witness on the stand and they had nothing to do with the case, didn't even know the person. This is what federal prosecutors do. So the sad part about this case is that Puff is going through some bullshit, just some bullshit, straight up, right? This man should not be in no court. This man shouldn't even be arrested. He should have been locked up. This man is not. This man should never even have. This was a pointless federal case. This was a pointless RICO. All of it. Like, even, you know, just look at the look at Harvey Weinstein case. That case right there should show you that witnesses do not be credible. Like, it was like they had a mistrial, a not guilty verdict, and then one guilty. So that just shows you that the jurors wasn't even, how can you say, convinced. So even in this Diddy case, you could tell that the jurors are not even convinced. You could tell they're not convinced. Because how can you say this man did all of this when it was proven that Cassie had a drug problem, she paid for the freak orbs that they want to say, you know, Jane Doe, all these people wanted to still keep being in relationships, love being with Sean, and they hated, they all was jealous of each other. All these chicks, they always jealous of each other. So they wasn't credible witnesses. Even the dudes they had up there wasn't credible witnesses. So how can people say that the feds had a strong case? They didn't. If they had a strong case, they would not drop those charges. Those were the main charges. The arson, the kidnapping, some of the sex trafficking. Those were like the main big charges of this whole case. To say this man did this to Kid Cudi, which he didn't. It was proven that his DNA was not on Kid Cudi's car, was not in his house. They had none of those. That's why LAPD did not pursue anything. There was no such thing as kidnapping happening. Like, it was so much lies going on that this man is in jail for he said, she said. And what makes it worse is that these prosecutors want to make a name for themselves. You got to look. You got young prosecutors that really want to make a name and a legacy to say that we convicted Sean Combs. By any means. With nothing credible. Nothing credible. Nothing official. Everything's just a bunch of lies. And to me, what makes it so sad is that you got people so blinded with hate that they really believe everything that these people been saying. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta give a big shout out to the people that have been reporting it, that have been dealing with the facts. Like infamous Sylvia, you know, who's out there on the front line that's been reporting the real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Sean G. Shout out to Sean G. You know, who basically was out there on the front line reporting facts. Not going with the narratives, not going with the BS, and there's many others. But those two have been on the front line reporting real facts. They said people was coming on there saying, oh, they was showing the freak-off tapes, and no freak-off tapes was shown. But they were saying that they were showing freak-off tapes. They were showing freak-off tapes in the court. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, people was listening to people like Tisa Tales and all these people that have an agenda to blow their platform up. They want to blow their platform up by any means necessary. So they making up a bunch of fibs, bunch of lies. And it's crazy that people really believe that these was facts. You know what I'm saying? The defense was chewing these people up. The whole case. The defense was chewing the whole case, was doing their business by making these people look terribly bad. And they look terribly bad because they weren't being truthful with everything they were saying. If this man was so much a volatile individual and he was such a bad person, why did you stay? People say, oh, you know, maybe it's the Stockholm Syndrome. No. It's not that. That's the excuses. If he was so bad, why did you stay? And they can't admit why did they stay. Because the man wasn't bad. They loved the lifestyle. They loved the lifestyle. They couldn't let it go. You know what I'm saying? They still can't let it go. But it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying for Puff, man. I'm praying that he beat this. Because to be lied on, to be railroaded, to basically have your freedom taken from you, fighting for your freedom, to get 30 years for what? For something that consensual adults agreed on? Like R. Kelly is in jail because of a documentary. He's not in jail because of anything he did that they proved. They went on for rumors and what was said on a documentary, not knowing if it's true or not. They just went with it because they made a whole documentary to defame his character where people had ulterior motives. They had a motive. And now you have people right now, if you see people coming out like the Savages, Jocelyn Savage parents coming out saying, oh yeah, man, free that man and let him go. No, but you guys were the main ones. You and the dude, the McCrae dude, both of y'all was the main ones that was on the campaign saying the man was a monster. And now y'all want to talk about, oh, free the man and he needs to be free. No, because y'all got paid to go on a documentary to slander, and it wasn't true. And this is what I'm saying when it comes to this Diddy thing. People are getting paid to go on platforms to slander. That's not their real feelings. Shout out to G Dep. He's the only, that's a real stand-up dude right there. A lot of people like, oh, Puff Diddy dude's bad. Well, G Dep say different. You understand what I'm saying? Kanye West say different. You know? But the sad part is, people want to see people locked up off of lies, not the truth. That's the crazy part about this whole situation. This man is in jail off of lies, not the truth. Nothing that was said in the case was proven to be factual. Everything that's been said in this case was proven to be a bunch of slaughter, a bunch of facetious nonsense of disgruntled people that's mad they don't have that lifestyle no more. Those women is upset that the lifestyle is gone. And some of them wanted the lifestyle full term. And they was jealous. Puff shouldn't be in jail for something he did in his bedroom. Everybody should be in jail then if they feel this way. That's ridiculous. Y'all want to give a man 30 years for what? I'm praying and I'm praying that everything goes right in this case and Puff beat this. And I hope he sues. I hope he sues the government and the state for doing what they did to him. Because it's the worst thing to ever do to somebody. To say somebody did something that they did not do. When it already been said on the trial act, Cassie was the one paying for these dudes. Jane Doe was the one paying for these dudes. But they all want to say Puff, 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 Puff. It's ridiculous. But it is what it is, man. Salute.